Hi, Alvin. Thanks for joining me today. I'd like to talk to you about GenAI. ChatGPT recently rolled out a new capability, right? And I think that's taking the market by storm. It's this thing called GPT, and I'm sure you're aware, but it's AI-created tools using ChatGPT. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that's an exciting development because right now, people can create custom GPTs, right? And for custom functions. And I think that makes it more useful because you now can do one function, and this GPT allow people to also create, like the days of the iPhone App Store, right? They can create mini apps. So that's what ChatGPT is trying to do for the mass market. And I think you've seen now thousands of people are doing it, and it's just one prompt and then they do very simple applications. But it's very done for mass market at this point in time. Enterprise have other concerns, yeah.
Okay. So I understand that there's a new product that Straits Interactive has rolled out, which is quite similar to the GPTs, which is the AI assistant. How do you think this is different from GPTs? And, can you just talk us through the differences and what we can expect?
Okay. So it's a good question, right? Just now I end off by saying that enterprises have concerns. And that's where the bifurcation happens, right? Because the current GPTs are made for individuals, and usually the prompts are very simple. In enterprise, you actually need to be more accurate, and usually they're referencing a base of data that's much larger. For example, the current GPTs can be upload 10 files. In normal organizations, there are like hundreds of files. So for us, we created an AI assistant platform called Capabara that allows people to create custom GPTs, as it were, right? We call AI assistants that can do work based on the large volume of data, and you can custom it so that it doesn't hallucinate. So what is hallucination? You ask, right? So one of the problems is that the current apps out there where they can upload documents, if the GPT is not tuned properly, it can make up facts that doesn't exist in the documents.
That look real.
Yeah, because we have tested even, it says an impossible document, and it said there's a fine on page 13, man. On page 13, there's no dollar signs at all, right? And they made up facts. So to control this, you actually need to make sure that when the thing comes in, you need to know how to pre-process the information. Then the other part, you know how to tune the prompts, which the current way of doing the GPTs that was launched by OpenAI doesn't do that. It's not meant for that kind of purpose, right? Ours, there's a lot more fine-tuning being done, and we just demonstrated it that you can actually query hundreds. We loaded 1,200 documents into a knowledge base where our GPT could actually query, and then you actually be more accurate, and they call it AI DPO assistant for data protection officers.
So why would anyone use the AI assistant versus ChatGPTs, GPTs? Let's say I don't have so many files. Let's say I'm a very small company, right? And I don't have thousands of files that I need to load up. I don't really need like so many apps. Why would I not use a GPT by ChatGPT?
Okay. First is accuracy, right? In terms of the prompt answer coming back, right? So even you got 10 files, whatever, if you don't have ability to make sure that you knows how to retrieve the right result and cite it and without hallucinating. So for us, the way we've done it is that we can control the way the prompt comes back and answers. Second thing is that in a work function, you typically have more parameters. Okay, it's a HR query for this particular thing. The other ones, that the free GPTs, they don't do that. They're quite generic. And you can't actually customize it. For HR, I want to talk about employment or comban, whatever, right? So ours, we can do that. Secondly is security. Okay, right now, if you go and upload in the OpenAI, the document is on the server, but if your users want to upload documents, they can't do that. Secondly is that later on, when they allow it, how do you secure the document? Right, for us, we actually make sure that we actually work off the Microsoft Azure platform. We have a secure instance for each user actually. So it's locked. Secondly is that because you're going to log in, you can access, I may not be able to access the same document, right?
that different departments will not be able to access the thing.
Exactly. So it comes with access control, right? Whereas the current GPTs out there is generic. It's not meant for this kind of use in a company. Then the last one, of course, is that, how do you do the prompt tuning? Okay. So how do you make the prompt more sophisticated? So that's where we made it available such that you can actually tune the prompt so that it actually gives you the data or information the way you want it. Versus the other one is, okay, can you tell me a bit more about SOP? Then you will make up things from what it picked up on the internet, where it was trained already on the foundation model, and then give you a more generic answer.
Okay, so would you say that the Capabara AI assistant is more secure, but also gives you a little bit more leeway in customization in terms of prompting and in terms of creating the back end?
Yeah.
How does the creation of an AI app on ChatGPT versus creation on the Capabara platform AI assistant, like with the press release generator, how does it differ? Is it basically the same way that it's done?
So in the current OpenAI GPT creation, is using a prompt from OpenAI. Say, okay, I want to create a GPT on HR, right? And you maybe write it, I want you to write policies, and that's about it, right? So maybe you can upload a few documents. So it's still quite generic. You don't really know, and you're actually running a GPT that's being published after that. You don't really know what's the prompt behind it. This policy comes out, is it Singapore-based or what is it? Versus ours, right? You actually can say, okay, I want it to be specific, to be referencing this body of knowledge, right? Which is all the HR policies of my company. And I want it on HR or for com and ben function. And then I want you to specify based on these particular parameters. So it's a bit more nuanced, a bit more accurate. And also the body of knowledge, you can reference it. And it doesn't make up stuff, right? So the body of knowledge it refers, controlling how the prompt behaves and whether you actually only query the knowledge base you have or actually just, if it doesn't know, it doesn't know. It's supposed to be able to do that. So, and you can actually see the prompt, right? To ensure that, okay, this is actually delivering what I want. Versus the current GPTs out there are thousands of them. You can't really tell what's behind the prompt. So you just look at the title and then you try to see whether it comes up with the right answers. Even the body of knowledge, you don't really know, right? So the control of, the whole thing is about control, right? And accuracy of this particular GPT.
Right. Anything else you want to tell us?
I think right now, going to 2024, it's going to be very exciting because suddenly you begin to see that the possibility of AI being customized for your function, it can be done more easily, especially your AI assistant. The one of GPT itself is a good one for you to play and have a look. It actually can do one that's making recipes, making up these things for me. If it's in your workplace, you can do similar things, and it's secure and it can be rolled into enterprise safely and responsibly. Now I begin to think, actually I can have 3 assistants, right? Because in HR, I got com and ben, I got benefits, I got recruitment, RI, ads, I can have 4 assistants. You see? So people who know how to leverage the AI assistants offload some of these work to the AI assistants to do, subsequently then take back the output and can edit it. That's what we will see transition for the people who know how to use AI to create multiple assistants to upload tasks to.